Well, even today, people don't seem to quite grasp the implications of the relativity theory. But even so, everyone seems to know the equation. E is equal mc squared. You've heard this?
Yeah.
Well, it's quite simple. I know it sounds like it would be not so, but it is very simple. You see, what it basically means is that E, energy, is equal to mass, the m, times the speed of light, c, squared. And this means that a very small amount of energy, of mass, will release a gigantic amount of energy. And this, it seems like a simple concept once you explain it, but I did not understand the implications of this. Because you see, in 1933 I immigrated here. I first thought I would begin to work at Cal Poly, but then I was offered a job at the Institute for Advanced Studies in Princeton. It's not part of the university, it's in the town, but they gave me a free t-shirt. But in 1939, a friend of mine came to me and told me that the Italians had split the atom. Enrico Fermi had split the atom. And that the Germans in Berlin were going to repeat the experiment. And it was then that the implications of E equal mc squared, that energy and mass are two manifestations of the same thing, that the implications of this formula, this equation, finally dawned on me. Because if you can split the atom and get the power even of one atom into a chain reaction, a single bomb could destroy the entire city. And so I wrote a letter to the President Franklin Roosevelt, and I said, because of work that has been done by Enrico Fermi and others, a bomb of immense power is possible. And that the Nazis, who had fled in 1933, they ransacked my house, they declared me an enemy of the state, they burned my books. They said that relativity was a Jew theory, and it was meant to undermine the Aryan race. And so, in 1939, I wrote this letter to Roosevelt, and eventually that led to the Manhattan Project and the invention and the use of the uranium bomb. In 1949, when I read about Hiroshima or Nagasaki, I was horrified. Today, I think I would rather have burned off my fingers than written that letter to Roosevelt. But I console myself with the fact that E equal mc squared is a description of nature, not a prescription for a bomb. In Princeton, I enjoyed that I no longer have students to teach. We are free, all of us at the Institute, to do whatever we want. And in my case, I spend my time trying to figure out something called the unified field theory. This theory would unite and explain both the forces that keep atoms rotating and whole, and the forces that keep galaxies spinning in their orbits. I also occupy my time with certain causes. I think that celebrity has no use unless you use that power, that fame, to help people who are espousing causes that may be for a time unpopular, but causes that are right and causes that are based in justice. And so I have become honorary president of the League to assist refugees of the Second World War in Europe, and I have been backing the Zionist cause for the state of Israel, and I have been involved in the Congress of the Racial Equality, and I have been always speaking against militarism, against imperialism, and for peace and harmony and justice in the world. And so what I see now is this great conflict between technology and humanity. And I do not believe that technology can explain everything. For example, gravity cannot explain the attraction between two bodies in love. But I speak of love, but what do I know? I have been 3 times a failure as a father, and twice a failure as a husband. My feeling, my great passion for helping humanity is directed at humanity as a whole. In what they say, one-on-one relationships, I'm no good. I have no real spirit for community ties or ties among other people. And I don't know what's the fate of this planet will be. Because you see, we are now in a position where we have the tools to destroy ourselves and the stupidity to use them. The human spirit must overcome technology. And so I leave it to you. If you are feeling overwhelmed by technology, which changes day by day by day, get more in touch, more than I did, perhaps. I think too much mit meinem Kopf, mein head, and not enough with my heart, but I think the future is in thinking with both organs. And people can overcome the pressures of government and the pressures of the state. And I think this country is probably the best hope of the world. I became an American citizen as soon as I could when I moved here. And some people have said that I am not a loyal citizen because I endorse communist front organizations. For example, the Committee Against the House Un-American Activities Committee. I am honorary president of that, and I know that the FBI, I hear clicks on my phone, and I know that the FBI is listening in, and I think, yeah, because if they prosecute me, that alone will give more publicity to the causes I endorse. And so, my message, I suppose, is it's up to you to make a difference. Individuals can make much more of a difference than some scientist busy with equations in some room somewhere. And I would like to speak to you more about such things, but I've already spoken too long or too short. It's all relative.